Winning Streak. By many players, this ability card was considered to be the best damage ability card in the game. And before this in-depth test that I'm gonna show you today, I also was thinking that it's an extremely strong ability card, but I'm not quite sure anymore. Anyway, in this video I'm gonna show you how it works in details. For example, what will happen if you'll miss your shot, or maybe if you'll swap your weapons, or even whether it works for the shotguns. Also, we're gonna compare Winning Streak to some other damage ability cards, and we will find out which one is better to use in each specific situation. Let's begin with basic information. Winning Streak is a yellow ability card, and while it's equipped, each consecutive shot on the same target does more damage. Bonus ends if target is not shot for 10 seconds. Let me show you how it works. So I'm gonna be shot with Carcano rifle, regular ammo, and after each shot I will restore my health level with opened health cure. It doesn't fortify your health bar. Just have to mention that Winning Streak doesn't affect the damage of the first shot. So now you see this base damage, and let's compare it with the damage of the second shot. As you can see, we have a little more damage, but keep in mind, in this test we aren't able to clean weapons between shots, so it also affects. Anyway, after third shot, bonus damage is significant, and as you can see, each next shot deals more and more damage. Now let's take a look at the damage bonus on 6 shots. Let's compare it with the damage of the first shot, and as you can see, the result is pretty impressive. I would say it's around 30% of extra damage, maybe even more. So Winning Streak is strongest in situations when you're doing many body shots to your enemy. Here we had 2 body shots with Lancaster, regular ammo, no ability cards. And now my opponent is gonna be using Winning Streak, and as you can see, after second shot there is a difference, but it's not significant. Now let's repeat the same test, but with 4 body shots, and to survive that I will drink special health cure. That's the result without any damage ability cards, and now let's repeat the same test but with Winning Streak. And as you can see, the difference is pretty significant. It's actually surprising. There shouldn't be so much of a difference. Probably it's connected with how tonics work in this game. So you might say now, well, that's why Winning Streak is the best damage ability card. But here is a problem. Let's take a look what would happen if we're gonna miss one shot. So that's a damage result for the first shot, then he's missing, and now let's take a look at the damage of the third shot. It's the same as the first one, so we're not getting any extra damage if we're missing one shot. But let's take a look whether Winning Streak works if we swap in weapons and dealing damage with different weapons. First I was shot with the revolver, and now Carcano rifle, and as you can see there is extra damage. So it works the following way. It doesn't matter which weapons you are using and whether you are swapping them. As long as you hitting the same target and not missing shots, you getting extra damage. As you can see here we have damage as if it was third shot with the Carcano, but it was one shot with Carcano, second shot with pistol, and third shot with the Carcano. But there is another interesting question. What if we're gonna use shotgun with Winning Streak? I mean, when we're using shells instead of bullets, there are multiple sources of damage on each shot, so maybe we will have extra bonus even on the first shot. Anyway, we are getting shot to the body with pump shotgun, and of course we're drinking level 2 health tonic not to die from this, and you see the result on your screen. This time we weren't using any damage ability card, but now we're gonna repeat this with Winning Streak. By the way, I have to say that I've got the idea for this and many other tests from the comments, so if you are interested in some other game mechanic, feel free to leave your requests under the comment tab. Anyway, let's repeat this test, but now with Winning Streak ability card, and of course weapon was cleaned between the tests. And as you can see, there is a huge difference in damage. And you might say, well, shotguns works pretty random in this game, so it doesn't tell us too much, and yeah, we repeated this test 5 times in different situations, but always with Winning Streak, shotgun was making much more damage on the first shot than without Winning Streak. So yeah, Winning Streak gives us a lot of extra damage when we're using shotgun shells. By the way, one more thing that I have to check before we will continue continue with comparing winning streak to other damage ability cards. We will see if there is really no damage if there will be more than 10 seconds between shots. I've made a little cut and as you can see there is no extra damage, it works just like it should. Now let's compare winning streak with other damage ability card, for example Sharpshooter. To do this we're gonna be shot to the body from the close distance with scoped varmint rifle. Now you see the result for winning streak ability card after 3 shots. Same test but with the Sharpshooter ability card now. And as you can see it's a little bit more damage, but it's after 3 shots. But let's compare them on the bigger amount of shots. To do this I will drink level 3 health tonic. We're testing this with Sharpshooter now and let's remember damage after 4 and 5 shots. As you can see we can survive 8 shots with varmint here. Now let's repeat the same test but with winning streak ability card instead. And as you can see there is the same damage after 4 shots and after 5 shots there is a little bit more damage. And this time we cannot survive 8 hits. So if we're comparing winning streak to the Sharpshooter, if we deal in 4 shots they are equal. If we deal in less than 4 shots to the body, Sharpshooter will do more damage. If we do in more than 4 shots to the body, winning streak will do more damage. In some previous videos I've been comparing peak condition to the winning streak and here situation was following. After 3 shots they were dealing almost the same amount of damage and obviously with 1 or 2 shots peak condition was superior and on 4 shots or more winning streak was superior. So with that being said, where can you use winning streak effectively? Obviously in the situations where you gonna need more than 3 body shots to kill your opponent. So we're obviously not talking about PvE here, with one exception, legendary animals. It's good against legendary animals, especially if you're gonna use shotgun. But except that, we want to use this ability in PvP only, and not even in all types of PvP. I mean, it's probably not gonna be super useful in a showdown series, because most players there are not using tank builds or even overusing tonics, and you will get more frogs with simple headshot strategy. Or if you are using sniper rifles, Sharpshooter plus peak condition will be definitely enough to make one-shot body kills in most cases. But if we're talking about free roam PvP where you're gonna be fighting griefers who are using level 3 tonics and have all the defensive ability cards, well then winning streak can be useful, because you're not gonna be able to kill tanks with 1, 2 or even 3 body shots. And by the way, winning streak is a perfect counter for Fool Me Once, abilities that any tank will use, and these two abilities are cancelling each other. So anyway, it looks like winning streak is a must-have choice for a free roam PvP. But there is a huge problem. I remind you, you miss one shot, you lost all the bonus. So to use winning streak effectively, you have to be sure that you're not only gonna hit your target 3 or more times, but also that you're not gonna miss a single shot between these hits. And let's be honest, unless your target is standing still, it's not gonna happen too often, even if you are a pretty good shooter. And with that being said, I'm pretty sure there is no place for winning streak ability card in any build. Rather use some damage ability cards, or maybe use defensive ability cards like Fool Me Once, because they work all the time. This small mechanic that if you lose one shot you have no more bonus damage ruins this ability card and makes it almost useless on practice. Personally, I use winning streak only to hunt legendary animals. So here is my conclusion. Winning streak is a bad ability card on practice. Change my mind. In the comments, of course. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it interesting. And as always, thank you for watching. До свидания.